live at 5 on Thursday, December the 8th. And we've got a star of a big hit.
Mike Faist is here. Dear Evan Hansen, like the show that the entire world is talking about, not just Broadway. Like this has become an overnight sensation.
This is big
years
news.
In the works, but
news.
So exciting. So anyway, Mike's here. But we have news first.
We do. Let's
the
talk
biggest
about
news.
Hairspray Live.
Okay, so the biggest news is everybody. We all watched Hairspray Live.
We all watched it.
The whole world didn't watch it.
No, so it won the night last night, all the networks, with 9 million viewers.
Okay.
However, Peter Pan Live, which was the one that did less well, got 9.2. The Wiz got 11.5. And also let's just compare that to Grease, which got 12 million viewers in January. And of course, Sound of Music Live, which got 18.62.
This is a bummer. This is a bummer because, you know, we all, as Broadway fans, we watch it, we're cheering on people we like. We have a great time watching it, and then you have to wake up to, like, the business, the facts, the numbers, and it makes you a little nervous about, here's what I think is interesting. So this felt like, so Grease Live was Fox, all the rest were NBC, right? And they took a big chance, and they sort of were inspired by Grease Live's scenario of doing it in Hollywood, on sound stages. They hired the camera director from Grease Live, who won an Emmy Award for doing it, and a lot of it looked kind of like Grease Live compared to the ones they did in Long Island originally. But so now what do they learn from this? And they took a newer property, right? Hairspray is sort of a slightly more modern property. So and it's 60s, which looked kind of Grease-ish. And now they're doing Bye Bye Birdie next year, which is going to look like both of them. So anyway, I just wonder, like, what if I were an executive, what would I be sitting in the room learning from?
Well,
here's
the thing, and I know this is, I'm a Brit, so I maybe have a different perspective, but I knew every word to The Sound of Music. I know every word. And Grease. I don't know.
There aren't that many shows like that.
I don't know the other 3 shows. I'd never seen Peter Pan. I'd never seen The Wiz. And I saw Hairspray once on film years ago, and I work in theatre. Now, although I'm a Brit, so therefore it's a little bit different, I think some of it's to do with the title. And I know it's silly, and you're going to say,
well, there's
it's LW
I mean, how many titles are there?
Joseph. Everybody knows all the words to Joseph. They've done it in school. So that's one of them. I don't know. It's a school one. My Fair Lady, that's one that everybody's seen on TV.
I think it's a shame.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, that's one that's everyone's seen on TV.
I think it's a shame that they can't do, I don't know. I want people to be a little more open. I thought they had a great cast, interesting people from different worlds.
And
I don't know.
in saying all that, I mean, the big winner of the night, I think, was J Hud. And let's talk about the culture list.
Okay, so we did a culture list of the best, your favorite numbers, and the top 5. Number 5 is Run and Tell That, featuring Ephraim Sykes. Congratulations, Broadway's Ephraim Sykes. Number 4, The Legend of Miss Baltimore Crabs, featuring Kristen Chenoweth, of course. Number 3, Welcome to the 60s, which everyone was in, but featuring Marissa Jarrett Winokur, Cameo, and Ricky Lake.
Now, you'd expect this one to be number 1.
Number 2, You Can't Stop the Beat.
You'd think that was going to win.
Well, number 1 is I Know Where I've Been, which was, I mean, I tweeted that I thought it was like one of the best live performances ever in a musical, anything. I mean, that was amazing. Well,
she knows, obviously, Jay has been on Broadway. She also knows how to sell a live number under a high-pressure situation.
Yeah.
She nailed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I had goosebumps.
Yeah, it was wonderful. I hope she gets an Emmy nomination.
Absolutely.
Let's throw that out there.
Just throw that out there, everyone.
So anyway, we hope they keep doing these musicals.
We do.
But I also want to say the experience of watching these, I feel like it's never going to actually equal seeing a Broadway show. To me, it's a totally different form of entertainment. It's like a variety show musical.
It's never like watching a soap opera a bit sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got that sort of feel.
Yeah. It's never gonna quite feel the same way.
But I love that they're doing it.
Oh my God, me too. And I love that all our favorite people are on TV.
Absolutely. And Kristen Chenoweth was hysterical.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, just hysterical.
Anyway,
there we go. I had.
And you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. I noticed.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Okay, can I tease my morning?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you had a starry moment.
So I interviewed Kate Blanchett this morning. It's not often that certainly that I interview a 2-time Oscar winner. And I have to say, I was with Nick Shakra, who's one of our very experienced videographers, our most experienced guy.
He was impressed that he was shooting.
And we both did the interview. Okay, it was fine, nailed it. It'll be on the site tomorrow. And we both turned around and we gave each other the biggest sigh of relief afterwards because we both were absolutely wired. And it's rare that either of us get like that anymore.
Wow, yeah, you usually play really cool.
Oh, we do, but it was hard. But she was wonderful and lovely, and it looks like a very fascinating, interesting production. And they're all Australian, which they're funny. We love the Aussies.
I just noticed we didn't acknowledge the new decoration.
This is Lindsay Sullivan, I believe.
We have acknowledged Lindsay Sullivan and Caitlin Gallup have decorated our wall here.
Yes.
So yeah, we're and I bought a Christmas tree, but it was too big. So we're going, and this is, you know. This is nice.
Call Me Madam, episode 3 is up.
Call Me
the
Madam.
Wicked vlog.
Shirley Ralph's vlog.
Yeah, and there's no news today, by the way, because it's Hasbro Live. And leading odds and ends today, and I know a lot of you will be very sad. Peggy is leaving tonight from Hamilton. I spoke to the Broadway press agent, couldn't tell me who's
We
replacing
found
her.
out from social media.
And they couldn't
She's
tell
like,
me.
I'm out tonight.
She's out tonight.
I'm gone. Great photo.
And the press agent wasn't able to tell me who was replacing her. I am expecting a casting announcement for Broadway Hamilton soon, because there's been a lot of switcheroos and everything. Obviously, you guys are going to probably hear the guy who's going to Miss Saigon is in it right now to the end of the year. Nicholas Christopher. There we are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So look, I'm expecting an official announcement.
Or they'll never
soon.
tell us anything.
Or they'll never tell us anything, because actually it's Hamilton and they can get away with it because they sell out every night. Right, I'm going to depart because you don't
done?
actually want me. There's
Wait,
no
I want to
news
center
today
the
because of
plant.
Hasbro Live.
I want to center the plant a little bit. All right, because Mike Faist deserves the best. So let's bring him in. Mike Faist, Dear Hansen, come on in.
Oh, that's a round of applause. That's really nice.
Are we centered? Are we good? Hi.
Hi, man.
How are you?
I'm really well.
It's
How are
nice
you?
to see your hair under control, because
attempting to tame it.
your hair in this show is nuts.
Yeah.
What do you call that look?
Long.
It
That's
is
really all I
long.
got. Yeah.
Is it the longest you've ever had your hair?
It's definitely the longest.
Yeah,
I've ever
I mean,
had.
I've noticed over the years different lengths. You play with your hair, but
Yeah.
and the nails.
And the nails.
Yeah,
For you all to
because
see.
okay, so first question first. Dear Hansen, I was at the opening night party.
Oh, wonderful.
What a great party at the
Yeah.
Pierre. Have you
Yeah.
recovered? Was it a great night?
Oh, it was overwhelmingly amazing. Yeah.
And you were in the original cast of Newsies, which
I
there are a
was.
lot of fansies
Yes.
out there who I'm sure know that. Hi, guys. As a young actor, what is it like to have this moment? This is a huge moment. This is a week. I want you to really take it in. Years from now, you're going to remember this moment. You are suddenly in a show that has really resonated with people, critics, regular audiences. This is a special, special moment.
It is.
You know what I mean? And this is going to be a special company. This cast will sort of go down in Broadway history, I think. I don't think I'm speaking too big. I think this is one of those shows.
Thank you.
So how the hell does it feel? And you've been working in New York, and now you're having this moment.
Yeah,
How is the moment?
Well, I think as an artist, this is something that, our people who we've been on the shoulders of have aspired to do, is create something that is important and meaningful without it saying we're important and meaningful. If that makes sense in a way. And I think to the transition to go from something like Newsies, which is so much fun and I had the best time, but to something like this is a very, very fortunate opportunity. And
Yeah.
it's incredible.
I was asking right before we started rolling, when am I going to get the rest of the album? Because I can't just listen to Waving Through a Window, although I do.
Yes.
And I've actually started like today, I go to the same place for lunch every day,
Great.
and I was like, okay, so it's 2 waving through the windows to get there. Sometimes I just listen to it over and over. Hi, Ben Platt.
That's good. That's good.
But there's more to it. There's a whole score that's great.
There is a whole
And you haven't
score.
even recorded the whole thing yet, have you?
No.
Okay.
No.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to it eventually. All you pre-ordered people, we're not even starting. We'll get there.
You have already a lot of questions. I don't want to. Oh my God.
Oh, are these them?
Yeah, these are questions.
Oh, wow.
People are very excited. Hi. There's a lot of highs. A lot of highs.
All the highs. Hi back, I guess.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you this. So, what was your Newsies character?
I played Morris Delancey.
Right, Morris, and I remember him.
Yeah.
But you covered for Jack Kelly. Did
Yeah.
you go on? Somebody just asked.
Yeah. There was.
Leah asked, what was it like going on for Jack Kelly in Newsies?
That was pretty unreal.
Did you have notice, or was it like a last minute thing?
Funny enough, the first time I went on, it was for Jeremy because he was filming Smash at
Jordan.
the time.
Yes.
And my friends told me a month in advance that they were coming to this Friday night performance.
Oh.
And Jeremy told me that week, he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to be filming that week, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be going on. So like,
And your friends were there.
yeah, and I texted them to make sure. I was like, hey, what day did you say again? They said Friday. I was like, cool, great, I'll see you there. Enjoy the show. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted them to open the playbill and like have the slip fall out. And,
Oh, that's awesome.
And that was how I made my debut as
Oh,
Jack.
that's amazing. Was it terrifying?
Yeah. Truly, but you know that group of guys, it was a true brotherhood in that regard. So
Yeah.
we were very close and we were very loving and they were very supportive and it was the best.
When did you realize that you were such a great singer? When did you start singing? And
I still don't think I am.
really?
Yeah,
I
very
think
much.
you sound amazing. You play Jack Kelly. That's a hard one. And you sang.
It's so hard, yeah.
I mean, like, but you're like a legit actor too. You do like fancy. You've done like fancy non-musicals.
I've done fancy
A month in the,
non-musicals.
any month in the country fans out there?
Probably
Not quite on the
It's
same
okay,
level
yeah.
as Newsies.
Ah, yes.
I mean, so you do both. So this is a nice.
Yeah.
And so Connor
Yes.
is who you play.
Yes.
And Connor is really a sort of a catalyst for this whole show. And I think a lot of the fun of the show is not knowing much about it.
Right.
But you end up having sort of a really interesting, cool relationship with Ben Platt, with Evan throughout the whole show.
Yeah, I think, you know, Connor and Evan, we really set up the parallels of their kind of coexistence and how they're kind of both in the same world as far as how they feel about themselves and the immediate world surrounding them.
Right.
And
They go to high school together.
Yeah, we go to high school together, but we're not friends.
Right.
And eventually, Evan creates a lie that says he is friends with me, and we do, in a way, become friends.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a very Faustian story, if you will. Like, you know, I want this, I want all these things, and I'm willing to do this in order to get it. And through a series of unfortunate events, Evan kind of falls through a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like Alice. Yeah.
You've been involved in the show since like the first reading of it, right? I mean, and you get involved in these things. You have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah,
you know, this was the way this show sort of grew over time. And you did it in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
You did the reading. You did it in Washington. You did it off Broadway.
Yeah.
And now you're on Broadway. So
Yeah.
it's a very sort of natural
Yeah,
journey.
yeah.
But you didn't know. But I'm sure when you heard that
Well, you know,
music.
I feel as if like when we sat down. The first day of our table read, Michael Greif just sent us all home with the scripts. And he said, you know, today we're just going to learn the music, but tonight just go and read the script.
Oh, so you didn't know the
back.
script?
No.
Oh, wow.
And that night I sat there with, like, you know, this manuscript, this 300-page, like, document, and was just reading this thing, and I was like, it's lightning in a bottle. It really is.
Wow.
Yeah. We all kind of knew that. I was like,
wow. And
this is special.
How's Ben Platt? What's it been like working with him?
How is he? He's fine.
He's a lot skinnier than he was from that first reading, isn't it?
Well,
he's all soul cycled out.
Yeah,
Right?
soul cycle. You know, I think like his level of commitment of trying to really be Evan was what kind of inspired all of that, and it's inspired us to kind of commit to that as well. Hence, like nail polish and long hair and like other things, you know. And I think, his work is just so unreal.
It's epic.
Truly.
I think it is epic.
Yeah.
Elise wants to know, what's the last song you listened to on your iPod? What were you listening to as you walked into our office? What do you listen to?
Actually, I was listening to...
Waving through the window.
I wish. I got off the subway and someone was singing it behind me. And
Really?
I was like, oh.
Because they saw you?
I don't know if that was the case or if they were like,
Look what's happening to you now.
I was like, weird. No, I was actually listening to Johnny Cash.
Oh. That fits you. I like
Yeah.
that. Look at you. I like that. All
pretty
right, let's just get through some like big personality questions. Bonnie wants to know, what's your favorite book? Do you have one?
Favorite book? That's hard.
That's hard.
You know, at the moment, my girlfriend has a gift for opening night. There used to be a line in the
What's
show.
her name? Say her name.
Her name is Lexi.
Hi. Tessie?
Lexi.
Oh, Lexi.
Sorry.
That was like Tessie Tura. Lexi.
But there used to be a line in the script that said, you know, Connor wrote down his 10 favorite books, and among them was The Little Prince.
Oh.
And so as an opening night gift, I got The Little Prince.
Oh.
And so I've just kind of been skimming through that, and it's
Somebody gave you the book?
yeah, my
Oh.
girlfriend did.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, she gave that. That's so clever of her.
Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at
it
that.
really was. So I've been reading that.
If you could write a letter to your younger self, what advice would you give?
You know, I'll write a letter to my like not so younger self, and like that's, and I think that the show kind of correlates with this. Is like just be okay with yourself. Like stop like looking, you
Yeah.
know, and like talking self-talk. You know, it's just
Yeah.
not helping whatsoever.
Right.
Just be okay. Yeah.
I like that. What were you like in high school? Were you already acting? And
I was acting, you know, but I was really unhappy in high school, and I was a bit of a Connor Murphy, Evan Hansen type because if I wasn't performing, I wasn't happy, if that makes sense. And, you know, there was a lot of, you know, and I think kids in high school and even younger, there's just a lot of pressure of like, this is what you need to be doing in order to do this.
Yeah.
And when really all I wanted to do was just play pretend, you know, and you just gotta like do it. You just gotta keep going and like get through all of the BS in order to get to the good stuff.
Okay. Any tips for someone starting musical theater?
Any tips for starting musical theater? You know, it's so hard to just like walk into, even like, I don't know, man. Any tips? Just like be persistent. If you really want it, like you're just gonna get no's. Like just accept that, and people are gonna have opinions because everyone has one, and it's just meaningless. So like, if you want it, just like be persistent. Keep
You know
going.
what Salt and Pepper says? Opinions are like blank. Everyone has one. You know that song?
Asshole.
Yeah. That's what I was singing in my head.
Exactly.
What's your favorite song? Brenda wants to know what's your favorite song from Dear Evan Hansen, and then also Alex asked what's your favorite song to perform. So let's just get through.
Oh
those.
well, that's like two birds
right.
with one stone. Sincerely me, if you know the show. If you don't, you'll know it soon, hopefully.
Oh, they'll know it.
Yeah.
They'll know it. I like the choreography you're doing. You're like really...
Danny Mefford.
Yeah, you're
He's
really
like
jamming.
very like bro it out. Yeah.
Broography. It is. You're totally...
Yeah.
David wants to know, what'd you do for your Evan audition? Did you audition?
I did. And really all they had us do, we didn't have scripts, we had 2 empty scenes, scenes with no context whatsoever, and did those twice through, and I sang a Beatles song, and
Which Beatles song?
Yesterday.
That's a classic.
And I think the whole thing probably lasted 10 minutes, really, and it was just kind of like one of those things that's in and out, and you're like, oh, I think that went well.
And look at you now. You're getting a lot of questions. Stephen wants to know, what are your plans for the holidays? Besides performing in a hit Broadway musical.
My plans
because musicals go on during the holidays.
It's true.
You get a little bit
do.
of time off, but not really.
I do get Christmas Day off, and I'm gonna host Christmas with some other orphan friends, and we're gonna potluck it and
a Black Nail Christmas this year.
Black Nail Christmas, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Okay. Sakura said that. Okay, this is a good one. Dear Evan Hansen seems like a show that's going to be quite formative for young people. What was a show that had a big impact on you?
A show? Like any kind?
Well,
I always grew up, like, what initially started my want to do this was, like, Gene Kelly.
I read that. I love that.
Singing in the Rain, and, like, I was just like, yes. I just remember being, like, 5 years old and like, this is amazing.
They're trying to bring that show to Broadway with Derek Hough. Maybe that you can do it instead.
Oh, well, whatever. But did you see La La Land yet?
Yeah.
And the way that they did, like, some of the shots, it's very, like, old MGM.
Absolutely.
And it's just...
Absolutely.
It's that same, like, magic. Yeah. It's really beautiful, yeah.
And oh my God, the last 10 minutes in La La Land is, like, heartbreaking.
It really is.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful movie.
A little bit of product placement.
Yeah, we're just throwing it out there. Oh, that's good. Brooke said, are you going to see La La Land? We just answered your question, Brooke. We saw it. We loved it. Peyton, favorite Christmas song?
I'm sorry?
Favorite Christmas song?
Oh. What's that one with the...
That one.
Christmas, the Christmas song.
Yeah. It's the Christmas song.
The Christmas song.
The Christmas song is my favorite.
Isn't it? Yeah. That one.
Christmas song is my favorite.
That. We like chestnuts roasting on open fire.
It's just like so... Is that Bing Crosby? Does he sing that?
Yeah, sure.
No one
says it is.
knows. Okay.
Jackie, JACQUI, said, how similar are you to your character of Connor, and how natural does it feel to have your black nail polish? Connor's like, is he like a little goth? He's a little dark, right?
Connor's kind of, just, I don't know, it's really hard to explain who Connor is. I think he's just...
He's not like
Well, the thing about Connor is the beautiful thing about it is you actually never get to know him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like kind of tragic in a way. And I think it's really tricky to talk about this character without giving everything away.
Yeah.
And I think, hopefully just when people come and see the show, maybe the next day or the day after, they'll leave and they'll recall that, and they'll be like, you know what, I never actually got to know that kid. And like, they'll reflect on that and they'll think in the future, how can I go about my life and change that thing?
Cool.
Yeah.
We have to go because we just filled it up with questions. Did you ever consider being Michael professionally, or just
It
Mike?
is
I like that you're
Michael,
Mike.
but everyone just
No, but I
calls
like
me
that you're
Mike.
Mike. I like that your stage name is Mike.
Yeah, it's just everyone's always called me Mike my whole life. I'm Mike.
You seem like a Mike. He's Mike. I'm Paul. That's Mike.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
Congratulations.
having me. Thank you.
Everyone here at Broadway.com loves Derek and Hansen.
Thank you.
So we're all thrilled for the show. And it's exciting to have shows that we really like because it makes covering Broadway more fun.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's been a treat to have you here.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Everybody, thank you for your questions. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you tomorrow on Live at 5.
Bye.